Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be speaking about my story and my experience with alopecia in an attempt to give you a bit of background about me, to help you deal with it, hopefully inspire you to deal with it better, and if you don't have the condition yourself, just to give you a bit of information basically. I'm 26 years old now, but I lost my hair when I was about 6. The reason for that I was given is stress related, which does make sense as I went through a lot at a young age. To start off with, when I was about 3 years old roughly, a close uncle died, which is obviously a stressful experience for anyone, but someone at that age it's quite a lot to deal with. And then even worse, a year later, my nan, who I absolutely adored, she died as well. So obviously in a short period of time at a young age I dealt with a lot of death, to be honest, which is obviously pretty stressful. Then at about 4 to 5 years old, obviously I started school just like anyone else, and after about probably 3/4 to a year at school I did get a little bit bullied. Can't remember the cause of that, but it was just older kids picking on me a little bit, and probably nothing major, but it's another cause of stress at a young age. And my hair started patchily falling out. I noticed that there was hair on my pillow when I woke up in the morning. It'd just be little clumps, and what I'll do is I'll show you some pictures in a moment of before and after I lost my hair, and a couple of pictures during the process where I was patchy. And yeah, my hair slowly fell out, and obviously that was frightening as well, and that added increased stress, and obviously caused me more and more problems when I was going to school, etc, etc. So I went to see my doctor, who put me onto a specialist at a hospital, and it was a dermatologist who looked into the condition and looked into possible causes of why I was experiencing hair loss at such a young age, and stress was basically the underlying reason that I was given. Now, losing your hair due to stress is only going to do one thing to most people, and that's cause more stress. A huge psychological effect when you lose your hair. No one can really appreciate it unless they've had it. It's such a frightening experience. Just simple things like wanting to go out of the house, be seen by people, go to school, obviously for people like myself who lost it whilst at school. It's just staggering. You can't really get your head around how upsetting that is, because you can't really understand why you've lost your hair. And I think that's the critical thing. You're in shock. You don't actually know what's going on, why it's happening to you, why it's happened at all. And it's just so frightening. And for me anyway, or anyone who's lost their hair during school, I would imagine, kids can be nasty, especially at a young age. Now, I got a hell of a lot of support when my hair did first fall out, and I remember a lot of people at a young age when I was in my primary school were very, very supportive of me. But as that gets further down the line, you meet new people from new schools and they don't see the initial impact it has on you. They're just kids, and they will take the mick, they will make comments, you will get stared at when you go out and you don't know people, and that really can affect you. I know, well, when I first lost my hair, I just didn't want to do things, didn't want to go to school, did not want to go out, and it's horrible. You just lose your freedom completely, you lose your life, even at such a young age. I wouldn't have had much freedom obviously at that age, but to go out to the shops or something with my parents, or to go out at all with my parents without a hat on and get staring, people giving you looks. What I experienced a lot of was when I went shopping or whatever with my mum and dad, and I'd be approached by generally older ladies or something, thinking that I've got cancer, and they'd come up and try and give me money. And I would feel really guilty accepting that, so I'd try and hand it back and I'd say, look, there's nothing wrong with me, I've just lost my hair. And that's really awkward. It's lovely that people would do that sort of thing, but I've not got cancer. I'm not actually ill, I've just got no hair, I've got alopecia. Back when I was describing previously, when I was going out and didn't want to go out and I was getting looks, that made me start wearing hats everywhere. I'd wear a cap in the summer, I'd wear a hat in the winter, and I'd hide it. Just like anyone would, really. Because who wants to get stared at? Who wants to get stigma? Who wants to get like abuse for being different, really? No one. Simple as that. It'd be quite easy for people suffering with alopecia to hide away and not come out. And it's all about having the support in place and talking to people in your family, your friends, doctors, specialists, even psychologists and people that deal with mental health, to ensure that you've got the backing, ensure that you do get out, ensure that you do things so that you don't hide away, because that's when it could become a dangerous condition and where it could come and lead to more serious mental health issues, which would be far more damaging. I know for a fact that when I was younger I was thinking some pretty terrible thoughts because of the fact that I had no hair, how it made me feel, how people made me feel. You get pretty sad, get pretty upset, get pretty fed up. Why me, basically? Why have I got this? Why am I different? Why am I suffering from this? Because at the time I did feel I was suffering from this. I don't feel that way now. I enjoy it, I embrace it, have a good laugh about it where I can. Normally quick to get the bad jokes in. Why not beat everyone else, get the joke in, have a laugh about it. End of the day, for me now, saves me money, saves me effort in the morning, and gives me my own style. So get the support in place, and most importantly, speak to like your family and friends. I think that's the key, because I know that my mum and dad did everything they could to help me through and make me feel better. And there are times, especially when you're first suffering from a disease or illness, that it doesn't feel like anyone's going to help or able to help or can do anything, because realistically they can't, but they can support you, they can talk to you about it, and they can help you feel a little bit better about yourself. And there is support there, that's the main thing.